Exercise number 3. Step-ups is one of the most functional and practical movements you can include in your routine because it directly imitates the action of climbing stairs. This makes it one of the best exercises for improving both leg strength and confidence in daily life. To perform this movement, you only need a safe and sturdy surface such as the bottom step of a staircase or a low platform that does not wobble. Begin by standing tall with your feet hip-width apart, facing the step. Place one foot firmly on the step, press through your heel, and use your leg muscles to lift your body upward until both feet are on the step. Then step back down carefully with the same leg leading. Continue to repeat this action slowly, switching legs after several repetitions to ensure both sides are strengthened evenly. When you lift yourself during a step-up, your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes all work together to raise your body weight. These are the largest and most powerful muscles in your lower body, and they are exactly the muscles you rely on every time you take a stair in real life. Strengthening them with this exercise reduces the strain you feel when climbing multiple flights or even when stepping up a curb. Your calves and ankles are also activated to stabilize you, and your core is engaged to keep your torso upright. Unlike many traditional leg exercises, step-ups are highly specific to the movement patterns of walking and climbing, making the strength you build here immediately useful. Another important aspect of step-ups is the way they train balance and coordination. Every time you lift one leg and shift your weight onto the other, your body has to maintain stability on a single limb. This challenges the smaller stabilizing muscles in your hips and ankles, improving your ability to stay steady in real-world situations. For older adults, this is especially valuable because maintaining balance can help reduce the risk of falls, one of the biggest concerns as we age. Step-ups also enhance proprioception, which is your body's awareness of its position in space. This awareness helps you place your foot more accurately on each stair, further increasing safety. The beauty of this exercise is that it can be adapted to suit different fitness levels. If you are just starting, use a very low step and move slowly, focusing on proper form and control. As you get stronger, you can gradually increase the height of the step to challenge your muscles further. For those who feel more confident, holding light weights at your sides while stepping up can increase resistance and build even more strength. Another option is to increase the pace slightly once the movement feels comfortable, which adds a cardiovascular component, improving endurance as well as strength. Consistency with step-ups builds not only physical strength, but also mental confidence. Each time you practice, you are reinforcing the idea that your body is capable of lifting, balancing, and moving with ease. The more repetitions you complete, the more natural stair climbing will feel in your daily life. Doing sets of 10 to 15 repetitions per leg, once or twice a day, is a manageable starting point, and over time you can increase both the number of sets and the step height to continue progressing without overwhelming yourself. Exercise number 4. Leg extensions is an excellent way to directly target the quadriceps, the powerful muscles located at the front of your thighs that are absolutely essential for walking, standing, and climbing stairs. These muscles are responsible for extending your knees, which means straightening your legs against resistance, and they play a key role in controlling your ability to rise from a seated position. Maintain balance while walking, and lift your body as you step upward. To perform this exercise, begin by sitting in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the ground. Keep your knees bent at 90 degrees and your hands resting lightly on the sides of the chair for support. Slowly extend one leg forward until it is as straight as you can comfortably make it, tightening the muscles at the top of your thigh as you hold the position briefly. Then, lower your foot back down with control and repeat the motion several times before switching to the other leg. The simplicity of this movement hides how effective it can be. Each time you straighten your leg, you are isolating the quadriceps and building strength in a way that supports nearly every functional activity you do each day. Strong quadriceps take pressure off your knees by absorbing more of the work during movements. which is especially beneficial for anyone experiencing stiffness or mild discomfort in the joints. They also give you the power needed to push yourself upward during stair climbing and allow you to maintain better posture when walking. Without strong quads, the body often compensates with other muscles, leading to inefficient movement patterns and greater fatigue. So exercises like leg extensions help restore balance to your strength. Beyond muscle strengthening, leg extensions also help improve joint mobility. By actively moving your knee through its full range of motion, you are maintaining flexibility in the joint, which is important for keeping it healthy as you age. This repetitive bending and straightening encourages circulation in the joint area, bringing nutrients that aid in recovery and lubrication. For people who sit for long periods, leg extensions also serve as a way to wake up the legs, prevent stiffness, and stimulate blood flow, which can reduce the feeling of heaviness in the lower limbs. One of the great advantages of this exercise is how adaptable it is. If you are new to leg extensions, lifting the legs slowly with your own body weight is enough to create benefits. As you gain strength, you can add light ankle weights for extra resistance, which further challenges the quadriceps and helps build endurance. Another variation is to pause longer at the top of the movement, holding the legs straight for 3 to 5 seconds before lowering, which increases the time your muscles remain under tension. You can also perform alternating leg extensions in a rhythmic pattern to create a gentle flow that improves coordination while still targeting strength. This exercise requires minimal effort to set up and can be done almost anywhere, which makes it one of the most accessible movements for seniors. Performing sets of 10 to 15 repetitions per leg daily is a practical starting point, and the gradual improvements in leg strength can be felt not only in stair climbing, but also in walking longer distances, standing up with ease, and maintaining independence in daily activities. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a simple question. Have you noticed that something as ordinary as walking up the stairs feels tougher than it used to? You're not alone. After the age of 60, our muscles naturally begin to lose strength and flexibility, making everyday movements more challenging. But here's the good news. You don't need fancy equipment, long hours in the gym, or complicated routines. Just 5 simple exercises at home can make climbing stairs easier and walking far more comfortable. Now, let's get right into it. Exercise number 1. Sit-to-stand is one of the most practical and effective exercises for anyone over the age of 60 because it mimics a movement you already perform several times a day. Every time you get out of a chair, rise from your couch, or stand up from the dining table, you are essentially doing a sit-to-stand. The difference is that when you turn it into an intentional exercise, you build strength, balance, and endurance that makes daily life easier and stair climbing far more manageable. To begin, choose a sturdy chair that will not slide away from you, preferably one without wheels. Sit tall with your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, and your knees bent at about 90 degrees. Cross your arms over your chest or let them rest lightly at your sides if you need to. Then, press your feet firmly into the ground. Lean forward slightly from your hips and push through your legs to stand up tall. Once standing, pause for a second to feel the strength in your thighs and glutes. Then slowly lower yourself back down under control, resisting the urge to drop into the chair. This simple up and down motion is far more powerful than it looks. As you rise, you are activating your quadriceps, which are the large muscles in the front of your thighs. These are the same muscles that push you upward when you climb stairs. At the same time, your glute muscles are firing, helping you extend your hips and stand tall, while your calves and core work quietly in the background to stabilize you. By lowering yourself slowly back into the chair, you also train eccentric strength, which is the ability to control your body as you go down. That control is essential when descending stairs or sitting down safely without a hard drop. Another benefit of the sit-to-stand is that it improves your balance. Each time you shift your weight forward and rise, Your body is learning how to control its center of gravity. For many older adults, balance becomes more challenging with age, and exercises like this help retrain the nervous system to stay steady. Practicing the movement repeatedly also builds confidence, which is just as important as strength. When you trust your legs and feel steady on your feet, you are more willing to stay active and move freely without fear of falling. The beauty of this exercise is that it can be adapted to meet your current ability. If standing up without using your hands feels too difficult at first, you can place your hands lightly on the sides of the chair to give yourself a small push. Over time, as your strength improves, try crossing your arms over your chest or holding them out in front of you to challenge yourself further. For an added progression, you can try sitting down on a lower chair, which increases the range of motion and requires more strength. Repeating the exercise in sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, once or twice a day, can gradually transform the way your legs feel during everyday movements. Exercise number 2. Heel raises is a wonderfully simple yet highly effective movement that directly targets the muscles in your calves, ankles, and feet, which play a critical role in walking stability and stair climbing. As we age, these areas often become weaker because they are not challenged in daily life the way they once were, and that loss of strength can lead to slower walking, difficulty pushing off the ground, and even balance issues. Heel raises are a way to reawaken those muscles, strengthen the lower legs, and build the type of power you need for every step you take. To begin, stand tall with your feet about hip-width apart, making sure you are near a wall, a countertop, or the back of a sturdy chair for support if you need it. Place your hands lightly on the surface for balance, and then slowly lift your heels off the ground so that you rise up onto the balls of your feet. Hold this position for a moment, feeling the muscles in your calves tighten, and then lower your heels back down gently to the floor. The movement may seem small, but its impact is enormous. Every time you push your body upward in a heel raise, you are strengthening the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, the two main muscles that make up the calf. These muscles are essential when you climb stairs because they provide the final push that lifts your body from one step to the next. They also help propel you forward while walking, allowing you to take longer, stronger, and more confident strides. Weak calves, on the other hand, can make walking feel heavy and tiring, and they often contribute to shuffling steps that are less stable. Heel raises also work the muscles around the ankles, which improve overall joint stability. This is especially important for preventing trips, slips, and falls, as strong ankles can adjust quickly to uneven ground or small obstacles. An added benefit of this exercise is that it improves circulation in the lower legs. As you lift and lower your heels, blood is pumped upward toward the heart, which helps reduce swelling and discomfort in the feet and ankles that some older adults experience. The rhythmic contraction of the calf muscles essentially acts like a natural pump for your circulatory system, which is another reason this movement feels refreshing after a few repetitions. Balance is also trained during heel raises, since standing on the balls of your feet naturally challenges your body to stay steady. This strengthens the small stabilizing muscles in your feet that are often overlooked but play a big role in maintaining control during walking and stair use. For those just starting out, it's perfectly fine to use support and keep the movement small, focusing on control rather than height. Over time, as strength and confidence grow, you can aim to lift your heels higher and hold the top position for longer, perhaps 3 to 5 seconds before lowering. To progress further, try doing the exercise on one foot at a time, which increases the demand on each calf individually and builds even more strength. Another variation is to perform the movement on the edge of a step, allowing your heels to drop slightly below the level of the step before rising up again, which lengthens the range of motion and creates a deeper stretch in the calves. Performing sets of 10 to 20 repetitions, 1 or 2 times a day, can make a noticeable difference in the way your legs feel when you climb stairs or walk longer distances. Exercise number 5. Standing march is a simple yet powerful exercise that brings together strength, balance, and coordination in one smooth movement. It closely mimics the natural action of walking, making it especially useful for improving everyday mobility, maintaining stability, and building endurance. To perform this exercise, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart and your shoulders relaxed. Place your hands on your hips or let them hang naturally by your sides, and if needed, stand near a wall or chair for light support. Begin by lifting one knee up toward your chest in a controlled manner, as if you are taking a slow marching step. Lower it back down gently and immediately lift the opposite knee. Continue alternating legs in a steady, rhythmic pattern, keeping your posture upright and your movements deliberate. The beauty of the standing march lies in how many muscle groups it engages at once. As you lift each leg, your hip flexors activate to bring the knee upward, while your quadriceps support the straightening of the leg. At the same time, your core muscles tighten to stabilize your torso, preventing you from leaning forward or swaying too much. Your glutes and hamstrings are also involved as they help control the downward phase when the leg returns to the floor. Even the muscles around your ankles and feet are engaged with each lift and landing, which strengthens the smaller stabilizers that often weaken with age. By training these muscles together in harmony, you are improving the way your body naturally moves when walking or climbing stairs. Standing marches also play a vital role in enhancing balance. Every time you lift one foot off the ground, your body is temporarily supported on the other leg, which challenges your ability to maintain stability. This single leg balance component trains your nervous system to respond quickly and make tiny adjustments, reducing the risk of stumbling in daily life. Balance is one of the first physical abilities that declines with age, and exercises like this are a safe and effective way to slow that process. In addition to balance, the rhythmic alternating movement of a standing march helps retrain coordination, which is especially helpful for maintaining smooth, efficient walking patterns and preventing shuffling steps. Another benefit of this exercise is the way it boosts circulation and loosens stiff joints. The repeated lifting and lowering of the legs encourages blood flow to the lower body, which can relieve feelings of heaviness and discomfort, particularly after long periods of sitting. The motion also gently mobilizes the hips and knees, keeping them flexible and less prone to stiffness. For many older adults, hip mobility is a key factor in whether walking feels effortless or difficult, and standing marches directly address this by encouraging a healthy range of motion. This movement is easily adjustable for different fitness levels. For those just beginning, the knees can be lifted only a few inches off the ground to make the exercise more comfortable. Over time, as strength and stability improve, the knees can be raised higher, closer to hip level, to increase the challenge. For an extra progression, you can add arm movements by swinging your arms naturally as you march, which increases coordination and gives the exercise a more complete walking-like feel. Another variation is to slow the pace and hold each knee at the top for 2 or 3 seconds, which places greater emphasis on balance and core engagement. On the other hand, speeding up slightly can turn the movement into a light cardio exercise that elevates the heart rate, improving endurance. Performing this exercise for 1 to 2 minutes at a time, repeating for several rounds throughout the day, can significantly improve walking strength, stair climbing ability, and overall confidence in movement. Exercise number 6. Side leg raises is a highly effective movement for building hip strength, improving balance, and enhancing stability, all of which are crucial for walking and stair climbing. The hips play a central role in almost every movement you make, yet they are often overlooked in exercise routines. Weak hips can lead to poor balance, slower walking speed, and greater strain on the knees and lower back. By practicing side leg raises, you specifically target the hip abductor muscles, which are located on the outer part of your thighs. These muscles help control side side movement and are vital for keeping you steady when you shift weight from one leg to the other. To perform this exercise, stand tall next to a sturdy chair, wall, or countertop for support. Keep your feet together, your core engaged, and your shoulders relaxed. Slowly lift one leg out to the side, keeping it straight and controlled without leaning your torso. Raise the leg only as high as is comfortable. Pause briefly at the top, and then lower it back down with control. Repeat for several repetitions before switching to the other leg. The simple act of lifting and lowering the leg works the gluteus medius and surrounding hip muscles, which directly contribute to your ability to walk confidently and climb stairs with stability. These muscles help prevent your pelvis from dropping to one side when you are standing on a single leg, a movement that happens naturally with every step you take. When these muscles are weak, you may notice a side sway in your walk or difficulty staying balanced on uneven ground. By strengthening them, you train your body to maintain alignment, which reduces strain on the joints and makes every movement feel smoother and more controlled. Beyond strengthening, side leg raises are also excellent for improving balance. Each time you lift one leg off the ground, you are challenging your body to stabilize on the supporting leg. This action strengthens not only the muscles of the standing leg, but also the core, as your abdominal and back muscles engage to keep you upright. This combination of hip and core activation creates a foundation of stability that carries over into all daily activities, from walking across a room to navigating stairs safely. For older adults in particular, practicing balance through controlled movements like side leg raises can significantly reduce the risk of falls. This exercise is versatile and can be adjusted to fit your fitness level. If you are just beginning, keep the movement small and focus on performing it with good form. As you grow stronger, you can increase the height of the leg lift or add light ankle weights for additional resistance. Another variation is to hold the lifted position for 2 or 3 seconds before lowering, which increases the time under tension and builds endurance in the muscles. You can also perform the movement lying on your side on the floor, lifting one leg upward in the same way, which provides a different challenge and engages the muscles from a slightly new angle. Side leg raises also contribute to better posture. Strengthening the hips and core encourages proper alignment of the spine and pelvis, reducing the likelihood of compensations that can lead to discomfort over time. The more you practice, the more you'll notice improvements not just in stair climbing, but also in daily actions like stepping sideways, getting in and out of a car, or standing for longer periods without fatigue. Doing sets of 10 to 15 repetitions per side once or twice a day is a simple routine that can yield significant benefits. By practicing these 5 simple exercises, sit to stand, heel raises, step-ups, leg extensions, and standing march, you are not only building strength in your legs, but also improving balance, coordination, and confidence in every step you take. Each movement is designed to mirror the actions you already do in daily life, making walking, climbing stairs, and staying active feel easier and safer. It's never too late to regain control of your mobility, and with just a few minutes a day, you can keep your body strong, your movements steady, and your independence firmly in your hands.